welcome once again to Scorpion Cigar Reviews. Today I will be reviewing the Omar Ortez Maduro Toro. This is a 6x54 cigar. It's made in Honduras, and it has a Nicaraguan Maduro wrapper over a Mexican binder, and Nicaraguan and Panamanian fillers. The scent on the wrapper, maybe a little bit of, kind of reminds me of honeysuckle maybe, and some of that molasses coated grain like you give to horses, along with a little bit of sweet tobacco note. Okay, the foot definitely has some spice in there, some nondescript kitchen spices, a little bit of leather in there, some cocoa, a little bit of bread dough. Maybe a little bit of cedar spice in there too. Okay. The feel is not quite oily, almost waxy, like a polished leather shoe, waxy kind of thing like that. Yeah, maybe something along those lines. Good looking cigar, kind of an espresso colored wrapper, maybe even bronze. I go so far as to say bronze, like a hand rubbed bronze. There's this almost underlying metallic look, almost like a coppery gold undertone, and then the brown over that's just like a bronze finish. Okay, anyway, good looking cigar. Nice firm stick, just a little bit of chewiness to the pack, just like as it should be. Good weight to the cigar. Now I've already removed the band. It was one of those foot bands where it covers the very end of it and the foot as well, and I had to take it off so I could get some sense on it. And I thought, oh, I should have gotten the picture of it first, and I couldn't get it to go back on without it snagging on the wrapper, so I just left it. So anyway, we'll leave it at that and we'll continue on. Be using my trusty Cigar cutter tonight. Pretty light draw. Some leather, some cedar. Maybe some grains in there. Very nice. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I keep looking down. I'm writing. I'm filling out my scoring sheet as I go. There you have it. All right. I'll also be using my trusty Cigar double torch flame lighter tonight. Get the foot toasted up. This cigar was gifted to me by Victor Esposito. He asked me to review this. Glad to oblige. Thank you very much. Always appreciate the cigars Victor sends to me for review. Alright, there we have it. Right off the bat, I'm getting that typical initial blast of pepper. Not too overpowering. Sometimes some of these cigars will give you just that real punch in the face with that blast of pepper when you first light them. Sometimes it's so subtle you don't even know it's there. This is right in the middle. I know it's there, but it's not overpowering. It's not overwhelming in any way. Some nice flavors trying to come through. They're all kind of bound together yet, too early on to really decipher what the cigar has to offer. Good airflow on the draw, good smoke output. A little bit dry, but rest assured I do have a remedy for that. Alright, I'm going to continue on and I'll come back somewhere in the first third. See you in a bit. As I mentioned, I do have a remedy for the dry smoke. This is the Chaos Brewing Company Mad Hopper, as I am so fond of, especially with cigars. I'm going to go ahead and use a glass. This is just a basic water glass, kind of similar to a wine glass, I guess. But I find it loans itself well to most beers. Reasonable head. Smells kind of fruity, floral and fruity. Remember that from previous videos? Very refreshing. Once again, fruity on the palate. Hoppy, of course. It's just a wonderful, wonderful India Pale Ale. Now, I had a little visitor earlier tonight. I'll flash a picture up in just a moment. There it is, praying mantis. Took my chair. Not that I was afraid of it or worried about it or anything, but I didn't want to disturb it. Messed with it a little bit when it was crawling around on the deck, and next thing I knew, it crawled up on my chair that I was planning on sitting in. Took a couple pictures and said, okay, I'll let you sit there. Although it doesn't seem to be there now, it's underneath the chair. I may or may not move over to that chair. Don't know yet. We'll just see what happens. Anyway, let's get back to the cigar review. See you in a bit. Here we are, just about 15 minutes in. Have probably a good inch or more, inch and a quarter maybe worth of ash. Might go ahead and give it a little flip. Yep, came off. That way I'm not going to wear it. Picking up maybe some subtle hints of some grains of some sort. Yeah. A little bit of meatiness there. The pepper's still there. There's a little something else going on. I haven't quite pinned that down yet. There's definitely something else there. Good cigar. It's about $4 for this cigar. Good price point. In fact, probably better than a lot of $15 cigars that I've had. Alright, it's still coming into its own, trying to open up a little bit. I'm going to continue smoking this. I'll come back somewhere in the second, third. See you in a bit. Here we are in the second, third. It was starting to burn a little uneven. I flipped off the ash, gave it a moment, and then I decided to touch it up, and I purged it. Got a real nice purge. And then the cigar kind of balanced out again. Real nice flavors, very balanced. Picked up at the end of the final third, started to pick up something reminiscent of like a cherry wood, like when you burn cherry wood, that smoke. And after I touched it up and purged it, I picked up some apple wood. So there's definitely some fruit wood in this. Very nice, very welcome transitions. My regular viewers know that I really like various transitions that occur while you're smoking a cigar. Keeps it interesting, multi-dimensional. I really like that. A little bit of mineral in there, some subtle pepper. Very nice cigar. Now it does burn fairly quickly. I just tapped the ash off, I don't know, 5 minutes ago or something, and I've got a good amount of ash again. I've been taking numerous draws. Now, you know, of course, since I did touch it up and purged it, of course it's going to burn a little quicker initially until it evens back out. But ashes are coming off in fairly solid chunks of inch, maybe inch and a quarter or something like that. Light tap and they came off. This probably wouldn't be a long ash contest type cigar, as the ash didn't look like it was willing to hold on, and it took almost no effort to tap it off. And that's fine, as long as you're aware of that. You can mind your ash and tap it and not have to worry about wearing it. Get that peppery note on the retrohale, that kind of sting on the nasal passages. Subtle hints of meatiness still in there. Really good draw, real good draw, right where I like it. Alright, I'll continue on and I'll come back somewhere in the final third. See you in a bit. We are in the final third. You can see the burn is uneven again. going to go ahead and touch it up a little bit. A little bit of a purge, not a whole lot. Now when I purged it in the second third, I got, you know, flame that long. It was almost like a torch. Very intense, very sharp. I got probably a good 30-second or more easy on that purge. Whereas this last one just lasted a few seconds before it kind of fizzled out. So as I've spoken about purging cigars in other videos, what you're doing is you're blowing through the cigar while you have the lighter at the end of it, and the gases and impurities ignite, and then you remove the lighter and they'll continue to burn. And these are impurities you're going to want to get rid of because they're going to impart sometimes off flavors, sometimes just prohibit flavors that naturally come through in the cigar. I typically only purge if I'm having trouble with the burn, or if I'm not getting expected flavor changes. The flavors had been transitioning and then they seem to get stuck or locked up. Sometimes it will require a purge to get the flavors to start to flow again, if you will. But anyway, picking up a little bit of meatiness. A little bit of pepper, very subtle. Subtle, however, somewhat long on the finish, just now diminishing. Very pleasant cigar, especially for only $4. Smoke is starting to become a little bit dry again. Initially it was dry, and then it became kind of satiny or silky or something along those lines. It'd be hard to describe the way the smoke feels in the mouth. You know, dry, that's a given. Creamy, that's a given. Kind of coats the mouth and feels smooth and rich and thick. But satiny or silky, something in between, creamy and dry. It's the best way I can describe it. But anyway, very pleasant cigar. I'm very happy. All right, I'll continue on and I'll come back somewhere in the final third. See you in a bit. Here we are, not quite an hour in, almost an hour. So this is a fairly fast burning cigar, being 6x54. Not a whole lot going on in the nub. Nothing bad. Just not a whole lot there. It's getting pretty warm, but you know, I'm close to the burn line, so that's to be expected. Still have a little bit of meatiness there. Subtle hints of mineral. Slightly earthy, maybe. Real good cigar. Real good cigar. Been real happy with this. Alright, let's tally up my points and let you know what we have here. See you in a bit. Alright, you ready for this? Got my score sheet all filled out. Got my points tallied up. You see that right there? See at the bottom? I transferred it to the top. I didn't make any adjustments. It was a pretty straightforward cigar. 92 points. Very pleased, very pleased. 92 points. $4 cigar scoring 92 points. So there you have it. Thank you for once again watching Scorpion Cigar Reviews. Catch you next time.